Hello everyone, it's Andrew from Andrew's Orchids, and I know this is getting a little ridiculous, but it's another unboxing. I couldn't help myself. I don't really tend to buy a lot of orchids, but lately I've been seeing a lot of frags, nice size for a decent price, not no seedling size that I normally see on eBay, so I just had to help myself to them. And I also got a few Lalias, because like I said, I'm gonna try and keep my genre down to the Dendrobiums, Cattleya Alliance, and Frags and Pass. Due to my conditions that I have over winter time and over the summer, I'll say that not summer but the spring, because in springtime I get strong light through this western exposure, and I don't really have an inlet or outlet fan on this like semi greenhouse. So temperatures can get pretty hot. So things that don't like to the heat don't do so well. So basically, but during the summertime, I open this up and it gets the humidity from outside, the free flowing air, and everything else. So basically, I just take these front panels down and it's basically a balcony again. So only during the fall through semi-spring, I'll say, do the panels stay up. So that's where my growing conditions, even for my bonsais and stuff, because I used to have some conifers and a larch, and they don't really like, as they put, turgid air, hot and humid. So I had some casualties. I had a nice large forest that I had for like 4 years, and it was really developing nice, and it just couldn't deal with the conditions in here during the winter overlay. So anyways, I digress. Back to the unboxing. So this first one is going to be a frag. It's a frag Schlimii by Cavacciai or Cavacciai. To be honest with you, I think I'm done with the frags. Like I said, I'm pretty much done with orchids in general, getting more, unless I see something really special. But I will admit, I have one more thing on my wish list that if I really come across a nice, decent plant for a decent price, I'll get it, and that's a frag Cavacciai. I got this cross here. And that might satisfy me for a little bit, but I want the species, or yeah, the species basically. Okay. Now this is a division. That's why I went for this plant, because like I said, I'm not really interested in seedlings and waiting for years for them to bloom. I mean, I guess I have the patience, but for eBay, I don't know. I've been burned a few times with even buying blooming sized plants, where when you actually get them to bloom, they're not what you pay for. So that's why I kind of like to go for things either in bloom or things that are very, very close to blooming. So this is Phragmipedium Eumelia Ares, which is, like I said, it's a Schlimii Cavacciai cross. It did flower from in here. Looks like it's in decent bark, but it's going to be coming out of that. And I really don't like this little pot. Has a few new growths. one here. Oh, these two are older growths. They actually flowered, and then this one has a new growth coming. So yeah, you can tell this is planted real high. It was from a huge plant they showed on one of the pictures, and you can see frags they're not like oncidiums. They will not send out aerial roots. Anything that doesn't hit media will die. So all these should have been planted deeper, but as you can see, it does have a climbing sort of habit. That's due to because when they grow near streams or on hillsides during any flooding or anything like that, if there is any debris that gathers around the crown of the plant, at that point the next season's growth will be up a little bit to a more how would you say, desired height for the new level of the soil or media or whatever you want to call it around it, the new surrounding ground level. So that's why they kind of have that stepping growth habit, but they like to be in the media. Oh, I see. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but here's some snail trail. So it's definitely coming out of here. Oh, here he is, right here. We got a nice little snail or slug. Yep. He'll be saying goodbye. We don't want any of those in here. Okay. So I'll set that aside. Then some Lalias. Once again, I went for these. It's a lot of purple. I'm not really a fan of purple, but I like the kind of flower shape and design, so that's why I went for it. And like I said, I'm more into things that are kind of in flower or spike or whatever, because I'm not really interested in getting plants and then finding out later that it's not really what I wanted. So that's why I kind of went for these. Gotta love these packing peanuts, right? I did buy some plants from this seller before, and I mean, they're decent plants, but because it's an auction, you know, you're bidding on it, and it can get a little bit pricey. It's not too bad. I don't get too crazy, but I can't say I'm 100% satisfied because the shipping isn't exactly cheap. But I mean, he did a fairly good job. But you know, some of the flowers, I mean, if you look at it, and I know they don't really last that long, but they're kind of raggedy. And the same with the previous purchase too. I mean, they're going over. I don't know if this is necessarily from shipping or not, but yeah. And I understand that they don't last forever, but I guess I prefer to be able to see it a little bit while it's still in flower to make sure that it's what I actually ordered than, like I said, the mystery plants. So, first one. As I bang the flower against the wall. Nice, right? Other than that, the plants are very healthy. They have good roots on them. These are just divisions, like I said, so they are just a few pseudobulbs and with some new growths. but they do have plenty of roots. As far as the roots taking off, these are more aerial roots, so you know they don't really like to be potted, but hopefully they'll branch a little bit. And this one is Laelia anceps. Let me get the tag off. Laelia anceps lineata, subtle stripes. Let me show you the plant. It's obviously dehydrated. It was in the post for about a week. It has what appears to be a new growth though pushing. If you can see down at the base here. Like I said, the flower spike, it's a pretty flower, and they open up a little bit more, and you see the little subtle stripes in the two upper petals. It has a nice throat. It's a beautiful flower. Doesn't seem to really have a fragrance, but yeah, it could be in shock still from the trip. So I'll set that one aside. We'll pot that up later. I'm gonna use lava rock for these. That's what I tend to pot my Cattleyas up in, my Potinaras, and you know the Cattleya Alliance, and I keep them in a kind of semi-hydro situation where basically I keep a saucer underneath the pot, and I allow the humidity to evaporate through the pot. And if I ever need to dry the plant out, I can easily just take the plant off the saucer of water and boom, no longer semi-hydro. This guy though, one thing I do like is he also guarantees that his orchids have been tested for orchid ring spot virus and what's the other one? Or not ring spot, but orchid fleck virus and Cymbidium mosaic. So, once again, this one actually has two new growths, and this is Laelia anceps Tipo Flame. I'll put in the description. I don't really see the cross. I can't really read his writing, but it's another purple cross of the same Laelia anceps. Once again, this pot, he grows his in sphagnum. Actually, I'm not sure if he actually gets the sphagnum wet. I just think he has tons of humidity because I actually got a Cattleya ludemaniana, something like that, that had roots that were at least 2 foot long, just aerial roots that were 2 foot long, like 20 of them. So he definitely has a great growing condition for his plants. It seems like he just specializes mainly in Cattleyas and Cattleya Alliance. So another nice plant. And then the last one. And this one is Laelia anceps barkeriana, striped, which is a Barkeriana Eleanor cross. I like this one kind of because it has a shorter flower spike, and the petals are really thin. Still great color. I know they're kind of going over right now, a little dehydrated and stuff, but they look really nice in the pictures. Maybe I'll put a pop-up of all these plants in flower so you can see the true beauty of them instead of this going over picture. But yeah, so all these will be potted up into like a semi-hydro with lava and put on a saucer for humidity. I don't really do the humidifier thing because I got a heater in here, so that's heating, and I have a fan always running just to circulate air so there's no stagnantness. So I really don't want to add the extra thing of the humidity. I generally just throw some water on the floor and let it humidify naturally like that, and just keep everything, like the other plants, especially over here in the jungle area, moist to help add to the humidity. So yeah, hopefully they'll do good. I guess that's my haul. Hopefully my last one, like I said, unless I find a frayed Cavachier for a decent price and a decent size, then I might be doing another one. But that's my haul for this last time, and I shouldn't be making any more videos with orchid unboxings for a while. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Stay tuned. I'm going to be doing another video of an update on some of the frags I had in the bubbler system, my secret weapon, just to see how they're going. It's only been about a week or two, to see if there's been any progression yet in the root system. So look forward to that video. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.